This is The Sit Down, and I'm here with actor Kimiko Glenn, star of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations on this incredible film.
Thank you.
I'm going to read a couple of tweets, okay?
Okay.
We're going to start with actor Ben Schwartz tweeted, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a masterpiece, one of the best movies of the year. Every frame was beautiful, all the voice acting was perfect, the writing and directing was incredible, and the animators should win every award. I love this movie so much. And then Rachel M. tweeted, Spider-Verse might be the most important animated film since the first Incredibles. It's game-changing. And then lastly, I tweeted, damn! And that's truly how I felt.
Yeah.
Did you know this film was gonna be this good?
No, I mean, here's the thing. I voiceover's so different. You know, I came in, I was reading the lines per line, you know, and like, you don't know what's going to make it in. We did a lot of improving, a lot of playing around, and the end product was a surprise for me. Like, I went to the premiere and I was like watching it like new, like everyone else. And it was funny because I was really enjoying it, obviously. I mean, it's such a good movie. And my boyfriend was like, it's so good. This is amazing. This is amazing. Like, throughout the whole thing, and I'm like, shh.
You're like, stop interrupting. Hang on, I really want to ask about that. So the first time you saw it was at the premiere. Does that feel like a leap of faith? And how does it feel when you know it's going well?
Yeah, it was a little bit like, honestly, I was a little nervous because when I didn't know that I was supposed to speak Japanese at all. I think it was something that they just wanted. And so I kind of improv'd in the booth Japanese, and I'm not fluent, you know? So I was like, I wonder if I said things right. You know, I wonder if I said things with terrible grammar, or, you know, I don't know. And my mom was sitting next to me, and she's Japanese, and so I was like, what's going to make it in the movie? Did anyone fact check anything? And so I only say a few lines. They only kept a few lines, which was nice. It was like a nice taste. I don't think my mom even registered.
That's good. So she wasn't like, whoa, you really screwed that up.
Yeah, she was like, when was the Japanese? I'm like, Mom, I told you about it. I was excited.
Pay attention to my character.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Peni Parker.
Yeah.
And this is an incredible stat. You voiced Peni Parker. After the film debuted, fandom tweeted out stats showing that wiki page views for Peni Parker went through the roof after the movie's debut, totaling more views than all the other characters combined. What does it feel like to get this much fan love for this character that you portrayed? You
know, honestly, I have a hard time taking compliments or really absorbing things that are nice, you know.
Same.
So I kind of am like, that's probably fake news. I don't know. It's probably not real. I feel like I'm kind of in denial about it a little bit.
It's still coming as a shock to you.
Yeah, it's a total shock. I had no idea.
Were you a Marvel fan or a Spider-Man fan growing up? Did you love comic books, or was this your first foray into this world?
Well, honestly, I'm not familiar with a ton of comic books, but Spider-Man was always my absolute favorite. It was always the one that drew me for whatever reason. And so it's just fitting that this is like my first action film and, I don't know, comic book film.
And working into what do you think it is about Spider-Man that drew you in? Because obviously you're not alone in that. This is a story that we've seen told so many times, incredibly uniquely this time around.
Yeah.
But like, what is it about Spider-Man you think that draws you in?
I think it's just the fact that, well, I guess this is the whole superhero trope in general, but just like the fact that you're not expecting this kid, you know, to be this amazing thing. And I think the amazing thing about this particular movie is you see so much of what he goes through to become who he is at the end. You know, the whole journey of like him being frightened, him not knowing what's going on, and he steps up because with great power comes great responsibility.
Absolutely. Listen, film critic Rebecca Theodore Vachon tweeted this. I wish I could explain the joy watching Into the Spider-Verse with my nephew. When he first saw Miles on screen, he turned to me and said, "That's me." What was it like to work with such a diverse cast and diverse crew on such a diverse movie?
I mean, it's about time, you know,
Yes.
honestly. But it was really beautiful. I mean, you can really hit it over the head with the whole diversity thing. Some people do. Like, there are some projects that try and include people, and you know that they're trying. But this felt very organic, and you just kind of like fall into the story and you realize that you're connecting with these characters on a deeper level. I mean, for me anyway, because I'm ethnic, and yeah, I think it's just so beautiful, and I think kids should see it, because I wish as a kid I could have had a movie like this where I had people to look up to, you know?
Where you could have seen this representation.
Yeah.
Look, we've also got like Crazy Rich Asians this year, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Do you think things are turning, I mean, especially in Hollywood for Asian actors?
I honestly do. I feel like I felt that, you know, that shift, and I'm so thankful, because I was like, when is it going to happen for Asian people? Because for the longest time, it's like inclusive of, you know, a bunch of different communities that should be included, but I'm like, you know, I don't know if it's going to happen for us, or when. And Crazy Rich Asians was such a wonderful example of like a successful, I've been told so many times in my career, there's no market for Asian people, and that's like heartbreaking, just because I'm interested in watching films with Asian people, like I'm very interested.
It's and the marketplace is too. Like, that's what that movie
it
proved.
Just proved that people want to see that.
Absolutely, 100%.
You know?
Listen, you do a lot of voice acting. You were in BoJack Horseman as one of my favorite characters, riffing on us a little bit. But seriously, like, what's it different getting ready for a voice acting position than a live action position?
Oh, so different.
Yeah.
I mean, a voice acting position is just kind of, you go in and you can read the script or not read the script sometimes. Like, they will explain it to you beginning and end. And sometimes you don't have a reference. Sometimes you do have a reference. It's completely like, it depends on what part of the creative process you're in, because sometimes you'll literally just make the performance and then they'll, you know, tailor it around you, or sometimes they'll be like, okay, we're in the ADR stage, like we just need this, like to fudge this so that it makes the story make sense, you know, so it's interesting, and it's fun to see it go through the several stages of like being nothing, being like a storyboard, being more fully fledged out, and I don't know. It's cool.
And watching it come to life. Listen, is there any, I think a lot of people watching the representation, watching you, are, you know, maybe there are kids out there hoping that they're going to get into the acting game as well. Is there any kind of advice that you were given that you'd want to pass on to young Asian actors out there hoping to kind of have the career that you are building?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, for me, I think loving what you're doing is the most important thing. If you don't love it, then it's a very hard world to put yourself in, I think. And but lately they've been a lot more inclusive with Asian actors, so I'm so thankful for that, because it's getting a little less hard as an Asian actor to get seen. So that's good. But also, I think if you do love it, persistence is key. There's so many ups and downs. Like even in my successful career, like I've had so many ups and downs with it, and it just, you have to persist through and just like believe that something's going to happen, and your journey is your journey. And
one day you'll be sitting next to your mom at the premiere for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and everyone's going to absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It's such an incredible movie. Congrats on everything, 1000%. Thank you so much for joining us. Into the Spider-Verse is in theaters now. I might have mentioned once or twice that you should absolutely go see it.